Hi everyone and welcome to 3DSMAX tutorial. By the way, I'm Crisel May Bantun, and today in this tutorial I'm going to teach you on how to bind an object together to create embedded straw object. So first here under the standard primitives objective type, we have this object tube. Right click the tube and then drag it out here in a perspective view, and then you must drag it down. And after dragging it down, we created the object 2. Then in object 2, we have to change its radius into 6. Much better into 6. Then next is for radius 2, we must change it into 7. And if you're not okay for the height of this tube, you must try to eh, to change the height into much better like this. And after creating a tube, now we see some changes by clicking the radius 1 and radius 2. And after that, we must right click the object tube, then move it upward like this. And after moving it, we create another tube. Then again, in standard primitives objective type, right click tube. Then drag it out, then drag it down. And again, as what we do from the first, we have to change radius 1 into 6, and next is for radius 2 into 7. And after that, again, if you're not satisfied for the height, we must change it into shorter than the first one. And after, right click and then move. So in order for you to be sure if the two objects are in level, you also must go here in a left side view, where you can possibly say that it is in the same level. And all the things that you have to do is to drag it down, then drag it up, then a little bit closer and down here. So you see the object is on the level, the two objects. And next, for creating the two objects, the next step that you're going to do is to find the host for the third object, because as you can see, we're missing the third object or the bending part of a bandage straw. Then we cannot see the host here, so we must go in create, then change the standard primitives into extended primitives. So under the extended primitives objective type, we see a host here. So again, click the host, then drag it out, then drag it up. Then we must change the diameter of the host so that it could fit in the diameter of these two objectives. By changing the diameter of the host to bind this object into these two tubes, we must click here the under the host parameters endpoint method. We have this bound to object pivots. So click the bound to object pivots and binding objects. For the top, it's none. Then we must try to click this pick top object, then click the tube 2. And after that, here, top is for tube 2. Then next is for the bottom one. Pick bottom object, then right, then click the tube 1. So here. So the third object is being bound in the first two tubes, the first two objects. All you have to do, because you see it's not fair because the diameter of the hose is much bigger than the diameter of the two tubes. So the next things that you have to do is to change its tension. For the pick top object, change its tension into 32, because for me 32 is better than any number. And for pick bottom object, change its tension into 18 so that it could look much better. And after changing it, then the next step that you're going to do is here in the flex sections enable. So for starts. So the next is these starts are going to change this into 0, and it could end into 100, because if you're not change the stars into 0 and ends into 100, for example, just like this, if we're going to start into 50 and it ends into 50, then it's not better because it looks the cycles of the host that's being bound here is much very bad. Then For good, it's we have to change the starts into 0 and it could ends into 100. Okay, then it's good, right? Pretty much good. Then for the cycles, here, it talks about, it means about how many segments or how many cycles that we're going to bind the stroke. So for me, I guess 9 is much better to look at. Then we must change the cycles into 9. Then for diameter, I guess 18 is much better than diameter for 18. And next up is the last step that we're going to do for changing this diameter of the hose is the round hose diameter. So as you look at here in top, the diameter of the hose here, it's much bigger than the diameter of the two radius, right? The two tubes radius. So what we're going to do is to change its height, the diameter of this. Um, Change its diameter into much better. It's pretty much good, right, to look at. So here in top frame we see that the diameter of the hose is much bigger than diameter or the radius of the two tubes. So we're going for the last step here in hose shape. We're going to change its diameter in the round hose into smaller so that it could fit the bending of this in the two tubes. So like that. So I guess it's pretty good to look. Then here. And now, as you can see, we created a bandage job. So because it's not really good to look, then we have to change the height of the tubes here into something much better, okay? Then here. In the extended primitives, click the tube, then we must change its radius here. The height of the tube, okay, then the tube 2 also its height, okay, then pretty much good for this. Then in order for it to be good to look at, you can change its color by clicking this tube 1. Then we have here the color side, then change its color. I guess this color is much better. Then it should be um fair in putting a color. The next is here again, this, then okay. So now we already have a bandage job. So guys, you never forget that the steps that I'm going to do in creating a bandage jaw in binding an object is tube, the two tubes and a hose. So once again, this is a 3DX mock tutorial and I hope you enjoy it guys, and thank you and God bless.